I regularly hear parents say, I make too much for financial aid. Sometimes that's true, and sometimes that is completely wrong. One of the biggest things that people don't understand is that different kinds of schools give different kinds of money. And so when you're in that need-based category, you often think that maybe the sticker price is a little too scary to consider those more pricey schools. But the reality is those are often the schools that are the most generous with their money, and that is where you're going to see the biggest scholarship discounts directly from the institution. And I will say that's the other thing that a lot of people don't understand is that there is a difference between money that comes from the college themselves, and that is different from federal aid. A lot of families don't qualify for federal or state-based grants, but they qualify for money directly at the institution. And that's where we want you to focus to make sure you're maximizing opportunities. But when you're that middle income family, those are the ones especially that go, I'm just not going to qualify for aid, Crystal. Well, the reality is that might be true at your local state school, but at some of those private schools, they can still be really generous, and you could have an income of up to $250,000 a year and still get tuition free. So it's something that you should consider looking at more holistically. Don't judge right away, but consider what are the actual options based on my students' academics and my family's finances and what that school actually offers in regards to aid. I've talked about this before in previous videos, and I want to make sure that this really lands for you. Those that are really high income, high asset families, sometimes that is where it's a little bit more challenging. You got to be a lot more into the strategy of how you can reduce down either your income or your assets, or tax strategy to be able to save money, right? It's a different ballgame, but in the all grand scheme of things, right? We just want to make sure that you are picking schools that are the best fit for you. And just because you have an income of $250,000 a year doesn't mean you automatically won't get money from schools. You just have to pick smart schools where you do get paid in order to go. So Crystal with Crystal Clear College Planning, I would encourage you, if you have any questions, schedule a consultation. We can talk through what are your biggest concerns in this process. I recently did a video and a poll on that where number one, families were saying, how do I pay for college? That is the number one concern, and I want to make sure that you understand how that can work for you. So make sure to like and follow for more tips and tricks on admissions and financial aid.